Yeah. Ayy. Flipping the script from my old ways. Flick up the switch, I'm in flow state. Commas, I'm going through growing pains. I wasn't used to being so gross. I tighten the threads out of crochet. I pick up the cushion, some OJ. The last tape I dropped was a rollway. It's yellow, I swear it's a Coldplay. Viva la vida, I'm swiping the visa. We working, I'm taking off no days. Cause we throwing shots like a gun range. So we finally make it to front page. A head full of dreams, some breath for the schemes. A heart that been feeling like it's a machine. I'm pushing extreme, cause I'd rather die on my feet than live on my knees. Yeah.
What's up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. We burnt the whole car down. Super awesome.
Gotta situation over here. Gotta take your hands.
In the club, we'll do it tonight. Yeah. From the back to the left to the right. Yeah. All the guys looking hot, looking tight. Yeah. Come on and move from the wall to the light. Yeah. I don't know, maybe you didn't hurt me. Gonna lose it tonight.
All right, it is race day again. We are back out here at South Carolina Motorplex. We came out here today for their no prep extravaganza they're having. They got a few classes today. I think we're gonna double enter black ice in them. We got no power adder hard tire, power adder hard tire, run what you brung, and I think we got a women's class out here today as well. I think we're gonna double enter in power adder hard tire and run what you brung. They had this event probably about 2 months ago. The run what you brung is a new thing they added in. So that's why I'm gonna enter it, but we did win the power adder hard tire class last time we came here. So I'm gonna try to hold on to that crown today. Track's gonna open, go hot probably here in about an hour. It's still extremely hot. It's hot as hell today, probably about 100 degrees. So we're getting ready for that. So yeah, we're gonna go talk to them and see you in the lanes. Trying to keep it at bay with my little shitty signature. See y'all got here? Oh
yeah. And every second feels like 10 minutes.
Feel like nothing burning. Yeah, I burned the hell on my finger.
You didn't know.
I turned around and it wasn't on the kip us up with the golf cart.
I seen it spit out the side, but I didn't pay attention. I thought it was just like a...
I just cleaned the injector. I guarantee it shit out O-ring. Somewhere right in here. It was just feeding the fire.
We'll do it tonight. Yeah. From the back to the left to the right. All the
So a little bit disheartening trip to the track last night. We got it back in the shop. After getting it cleaned at the car wash, it did seem like my paint got saved. I have a few nasty scratches on the car from where I tried to rip the hood off, and it looks like my decal maybe got a little messed up. But I'm about to spin the camera around here in just a second and show you the, I guess, the damage that the fire did. Definitely not how I wanted my night to go. And also, I do know the culprit and what caused it, and it's really kind of piss you off, kind of how, kind of what happened. But it's racing. Maybe if you just give it awareness, everybody just pay a little more attention to your car. Wasn't really nothing negligence of my own. It's just maybe the way the parts are, and just shit happens. So yeah, let's spin this camera around real quick and we'll check out the car. There we go. So, as you can see here, we got some, just some decal damage. Nothing too crazy. Pretty nasty scratch here. That pretty much went all the way to the paint. Trying to rip the hood off. Same thing there. For the most part, though, my paint got saved, so which I'm very thankful of. No damage on the nose here, and also no damage here. So pretty thankful in that aspect. But as we get to the harness side, so this is where the fire was originated. You can see how it burned all of the coating that was left on the headers. You can see right here, it had like this bronze metallic coating on it. And as you can see over here, it burned all of that off. And which will lead to the culprit. Pretty much an injector right here pushed out of the fuel rail and just created a big vapor mist of fuel. And yeah, that's what ignited it up. As you can see here, it torched everything over here. You see the valve cover gasket kicked out. It burnt the whole harness. Everything back here torched, done for. It's gonna need a complete new Holley harness. I'm gonna get rid of this whole intake manifold. It's gonna need a new throttle cable. It's gonna need a few things. All in all, nothing that's not unsavable. It torched all of my spark plug wires. That's kind of annoying because these things are aggravating as hell to make. It's gonna need some new coils. Some of those are probably okay, but I'm just not even gonna chance it. Mac valves, they burnt slap up, so they're done for. I'm pretty sure, even though it got some heat in it, I'm pretty sure the turbo is gonna be okay. It seemed to not have any crazy shaft play in it, and it was still rotating just fine. So I don't think it got too hot in this area to make any internal damage. Nothing that it ain't used to seeing already as far as heat goes. Harness wise though, it is toast. It's gonna need, I've been wanting to clean up the wiring anyway, so I guess this is a good opportunity to do that. Cause like I said, it burnt all of this. So, oh yeah, it also ended up cracking my windshield. I'm guessing the heat from coming out of here, coming up here through the window, I guess when the retardant hit it, the rapid cooling cracked my windshield. You can see it melted my wipers off. Yeah, it even kind of scorched. It's got a funny smell in here. It almost caught the carpet on fire, which I'm glad it didn't, because that would have been terrible. I might could have lost the whole car if that happened. But you can see where it came through the window and scorched my dash a little bit too. But like I said, for the most part, that could have been a whole lot worse. The car, you know, is well more than savable. I don't think there's nothing wrong with the engine. I'm going to pull the valve covers off of it. Just kind of eyeball the valve seals. Make sure they're okay. The wastegates were far enough from the fire. I don't think none of the diaphragms are messed up in those. I might just air test them. But other than that, I think I'm probably going to have to do maybe like new TPS, new IAC maybe. The IAC might be alright. But I'm going to have to pull the throttle body off of it. I'm going to trash the intake. One thing I will say, a lot of people are very skeptical of the Fragola. Well, I didn't say Fragola, this is just all brands, but I want to put this into perspective of how good this product is. A lot of people are very skeptical of the push lock rubber hose, and that's all I use on my build. And I use the Fragola 8000 series push lock rubber hose, and I will say this car was on fire for over a minute, constantly in flame. It may have been longer than that. It may have been on fire for close to 2 minutes. And right here where the origin of the fire is, you can see all of right here where it's on fire, it never burned through the hose. So this vehicle, like I said, was on fire for over 2 minutes, and it never burned through this hose. That is amazing. It definitely deteriorated it for sure, but yeah, that serves as a testament, as this hose is very, very strong. So I'd highly recommend using any of it. Like I said, this is the Fragola 8000 series. It's a hose made by Parker. So shout out to, you know, Parker and the people at Fragola for selling that stuff, because it is just awesome. So could have been even a lot worse if it would have, you know, burnt through the fuel lines and created an even bigger fuel leak. Granted, it was already pretty much on fire, but still, you know, anything could happen if the hose was not made of good material. It could just go back and the fire could just keep traveling back. So very thankful that that hose is a good quality product. So yeah, I think soon here, maybe today, I'm gonna start taking some shit apart, kind of salvage what I can, which isn't gonna be much, but salvage what I can and get ready for the rebuild. I think we're just gonna go back with a Holley harness, kind of replace some stuff. I don't really know if I'm gonna do any upgrades. I would like to do a Dominator on the car, but I just don't know if it's in the budget at this point. I'm still trying to finish my C30 build, which we'll start getting some more content on too, especially now that we have some downtime as far as racing. I've been working on this. This is my tow pig. Sorry for the shaky cam. But this is my tow pig. It's an 87 C30 dually. I've got a hydraulic tilt service bed on it, and I have just almost finished with putting the 5.3 4L80 swap into it. So I'm working on getting this harness situated now, and then I'm gonna start wiring up the X-Max Terminator. So yeah, two things you can expect to see from the channel coming up here soon. Like I said, we all take our L's, especially in this hobby. I'm just glad this wasn't any worse. You know, it set me back a little bit money wise, but I think it's going to be a lot better whenever I rewire the car. And yeah, so sorry I'm a little lost for words right now. It's just kind of a lot to take in, but I'm gonna get to tearing it apart and kind of dice out what I need, how much it's going to cost me, and I'll probably start ordering parts here and there and kind of do this thing, and whenever I put it back together, it'll be even cleaner than it is now, which I'm kind of excited about as far as wiring goes. So yeah, I'm gonna get to taking some stuff apart, and we'll catch y'all in the next section of this video. All right, so we did a extensive teardown on the car. Pretty much got all of the burnt stuff that was off of it. So I'm gonna kind of spin the camera around and let y'all check out and see what all I found. What I already kind of knew was messed up, plus a little bit more I found that was messed up. All in all, I think I'm kind of fully torn down as far as I know what I need now. Plus I ended up getting a few parts since last time I took the video before. It's been a few days since I originally came out here and looked at the car after we got it washed. So yeah, so I'm just gonna pretty much tell you what I found. Okay, so I ended up taking all the intake off. There's still some fire retardant hanging out around the intake valley. I tried to clean out as much as I could. It was kind of hard. Removed all the cam sensors, or one sensor, but I removed the cam sensor and the oil pressure sensor. They were all burnt. I'm gonna need a new low car transmission dipstick. It's burnt through. I'm gonna need 8 new coils. Obviously all new hoses and stuff. The throttle body seemed like it kind of got saved. I didn't really see nothing crazy wrong with it, and the IAC and the TPS didn't really seem too messed up. I know I'm gonna need a new tensioner pulley. But it looked like the turbo and all, like I said, it got a little bit discolored just by the fire retardant and how corrosive it is, but it didn't do nothing to really mess it up. The wheel feels good on it, so I'm thinking we'll be all right there. As you can see, there's the huge pile of just how messed up everything was and all the wiring. Luckily, the body harness, as far as the light harness, remained kind of untouched. As you can see here, this is where the light harness runs. It runs up around there, around the core support. The only body harness wires that really messed up was these. What's that? 1, 2, 3, 6 wires right here. But I just kind of chopped them off, and luckily I had one of the wires, so I know which one is my. I think this is the. I don't know if this is the starter solenoid wire or the main power wire. I think. Not really sure. Have to look. Either way. Only these wires were the ones that got burnt behind the car, and most of these run down to the starter where the battery main power is. So that should be pretty easy to fix. So all in all, like I said, it destroyed a lot of money worth of stuff, but work-wise, I don't really think I'm in for too much of a problem. Yeah, it's just, like I said, it still just kind of sucks, but I've got a few things, I've got a few balls rolling, possible partial sponsorships kind of help me out, maybe get it back going, which is huge because, you know, I'm not really, let's get this back around. I'm not really a obviously a huge creator. I don't really have many subscribers, but I do have a lot of people that do care about me, which is super awesome feeling. A lot of people want to see the car back out, so I really do appreciate everybody that's willing to help. As those possible dealings get more official, I will be making posts as they go through, but I definitely appreciate anybody willing to help. One of my friends in the racing community, Brandon McClunas, he was generous enough. He upgraded to Holley Smart Coils on their C10 build that they have, and they had a full set of D585 heatsink truck coils with the relocation brackets and the extension harnesses. He gave to me completely free. I even offered you know, how much he wanted for them. He said, don't worry about it, I had enough on my plate, just take them. And so definitely, I definitely appreciate that. Like, that was huge, because not including the price of the coils, just the relocation brackets and the extension harnesses, you know, depending on what brands you buy, whatever, that can be anywhere from, you know, $100 to $300 just for that, not including the price of the coils. So that was super huge, because while my brackets were good, my brackets are meant for D581 square coils, not the heatsink ones, but the heatsink ones are indeed better. So not only did I get a freebie there, I also got an upgrade, so which is nice. So thank you, Brandon McClunas. Also, I think the owner of the truck is Monty Sturgis, so thank you to him as well, because they kind of go in a team effort to build that truck. So shout out to them. Shout out to everybody willing to help. Also, people buying shirts, I definitely appreciate that. I still have a few more shirts and hoodies left over for anybody interested to buy one. My shirts are $20 a piece. My hoodies are $35. So if you want, just get a hold of me, send me a message on Facebook, leave a comment on YouTube, whatever, how to get a hold of you, and I can get you one. So all of it helps, because this hobby is not cheap, it's not easy, and you know, as of right now, you know, I have people here and there helping out as much as they can, but I'm not big. I don't have a, you know, a huge team. It's just me. You know, my wife and my dad help me where they can, as far as like all the stuff going to the track and all, but it's just me out here in the garage. So so I definitely appreciate all of their help, though. They're one of the biggest components as well to making this work. So yeah, so pretty much here we are now. I know it's not gonna be a very long video. This is just kind of, you know, another stepping stone video as far as where we're going with everything, what to expect. I think over the next few videos, it's probably going to be me finishing up my C30 build. I just started running the fuel system on it, and we're getting really close to firing it up. I need to have it running because I need the truck just to have it for just, you know, around the house things. And I also need to have it because, you know, my dad's truck's getting up in miles. We keep abusing it. He has to drive it to work, and, you know, going to the track every weekend and all definitely puts a strain on the transmission and all kinds of other stuff. So I don't want to completely wear out his truck, you know. So I need to have my tow pig going so I can start having something dedicated to tow my car to the track with. Plus it's pretty gangster, you know, LS Swap C30 overdrive deal, towing the 83 Cutlass to the track. It's definitely give me some nostalgia points. So I want to get it done as some deals maybe come through hopefully, and I save a little bit more money. Then we will also start including the Cutlass rebuild. I've got a few upgrades I want to go to while I'm at it in there, but I definitely want to get it back on the track. I would like to have it back on the track in hopefully a month's time, but it may take me 2, depending on money-wise. Work-wise, I'm going to be able to knock it out, but money is obviously the biggest hindrance to all of us. So, yeah, that's it for this video. Just kind of recapping, shit happens, shit sucks, but if you got enough determination and willingness and stubbornness to keep going, you can get back out there, which is exactly what I'm gonna do. So please make sure to double check over your builds. Always, if something don't exactly seem right, like if some parts don't sit like they seem like they fit well, and it could cause some safety issues, definitely don't chance it. Don't risk it, and be attentive. And if all else, like in my case where you can't help any of that, please just keep your head on a swivel, and you know, anything can happen at any time, so just be prepared for that. So thank you guys, thanks for watching, and we'll be back in the next video for the rebuild.